All right, we're talking about Easter dinner and Easter brunch and getting ready.
Yeah, and Rania, in fact, is beginning the first of a two-part series to get us ready with a recipe that's going to wow everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I have a two-part series of all things about crepes coming up starting today and moving into next week, just in time for Easter. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make the crepes first, starting off with 1.5 cups of whole milk. To this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 3 whole eggs. And I'm going to start my blender here just to mix this up. I've got a tablespoon of sugar, and I'm going to add next a cup of flour. And that's all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to this, but no pepper. All right, put this back on and on low. Totally blended. However, not ready to make the crepes. This has to set up in the refrigerator for at least an hour. And as you can see, I went ahead and did that, have a small batch right here because we're going to be making crepes in a minute. But before we do, we have to make the filling for this particular recipe, starting off with 1 10-ounce package of frozen chopped spinach that you've defrosted and squeeze out all that liquid. To this, you're going to add whole milk ricotta cheese, and you're going to add about 8 ounces of Gruyere cheese that you've shredded. Okay, I've mixed my cheeses with my spinach, and earlier on, I went ahead and I sauteed a small onion and about 2 cloves of garlic. I've seasoned this with some salt and some pepper, and now the filling for my crepes is ready. Okay, so now I have a little bit of butter right here, and about 1/4 of a cup of my crepe batter, and just roll the pan. Just keep rolling it, and you can sort of fuss with it a little if you want to make it perfectly round. A non-stick pan, super important. A nice flat bottom to this pan. Look at that. You want the brown side up, so that when you're rolling it, you can see the darker side, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, because the second side, which is only gonna take maybe 10 seconds, never gets brown. I know it's done because it's moving around beautifully. So I went ahead and I made a lot of crepes ahead of time, and I stacked them in between layers of parchment paper. And as you can see here, this is the darker side, so this is the side I want to fill. I'm going to take a piece of ham here and lay it right on top of my crepe. I'm going to take some of my spinach filling, and what I'm going to do here is put that on top here and sort of make a log out of it. I'll just show you how to do one, but then I'm going to repeat the process because I am ultimately going to take my crepes, put them in a greased pan, cover them with foil, bake them for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Crepes are out of the oven, and I've included my recipe for a very simple velouté sauce that you just want to spoon right over the center of the crepe, garnish with a little bit of parsley, and there you go. This would be a great brunch dish on Easter Sunday. Well, I'm Rania Harris. I love you, I miss you, and happy spring, folks.
That looks really good.
I just want to give Rania a hug.
I know.
I just want to give her a hug. I miss seeing her in person.
Crepes
But that
make
did
me-
look fantastic.
Crepes make me think of my middle school French teacher.
Yeah?
We made crepes in school, and so every time I see a crepe, I think that memory comes flooding back.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. All right, well, it's made me hungry. And remember, that's just part 1 of Rania's 2-part Easter series. Next week, she's adding dessert to the crepes.
For a copy of today's recipe, you can go to PittsburghTodayLive.com. We have it posted for you there.